control. Hold the form baton straight, with the tip pointing forward. This simple stance reflects one of life's fiercest and greatest sports, channel surfing.
Hello everyone, I am Chris Phillips here again to do yet another video review. Today we'll be taking a look at WarioWare Smooth Moves, co-developed by Nintendo and Intelligent Systems, published by Nintendo on the Nintendo Wii. Anyone who's familiar with the WarioWare franchise and the games previous to this game could probably already tell you that WarioWare and the Nintendo Wii is a match made in heaven. However, due to the inherent shortcomings of a game like WarioWare, this may be a game that ends up off your must-have list for the Nintendo Wii. First up, the gameplay of WarioWare revolves around over 200 micro games. These aren't mini games, these are micro games. Each one of these games lasts about 5 seconds and can have you doing anything from cooking or picking your nose to sword fighting or playing Star Fox. The great thing about all these micro games are that they use the Wii remote in different forms. As an example, the most basic form is the remote control, the form that most games hold the Nintendo Wii remote. This form can be used for shooting micro games. Then there are other forms like the chauffeur, which can be used for mini driving games, the samurai, which could be used for slashing objects in two, the thumb wrestler, which could be used for celebrating after a victory, or the elephant, which obviously is used like an elephant. In all, there are 19 forms, including one form that uses the Wii nunchuck. And in my experience with the game, all the forms except for the waiter form responded quite well in all the micro games. The waiter form, however, didn't respond very well at all. I would be holding the remote in my hand like they tell you to. However, when I was moving it back and forth, there was very little response. I guess you have to tilt your hand instead of moving your hand back and forth. That was the only form, however, that didn't respond in the way I thought it would respond. Moving on to the short story of WarioWare Smooth Moves, and I do mean short, you will beat this story in one sitting. I beat it in one sitting, and my sittings are generally 60 to 90 minutes. In the game, you're tasked with helping various people in Diamond City complete their daily task by playing some of these micro games. Although it's short, the one truly great thing about WarioWare Smooth Moves stories is the characters you will meet in the game. Each character is introduced by a great cinema animation. These animations are fantastic to watch and easily a great driving force to want to make you progress to the next character's story. However, just like a lot of the things in WarioWare Smooth Moves, these stories just don't last long enough. I was really hoping to see 7-8 stories from each character because I love the animation in these cutscenes, and it would have been a great joy for me to keep playing to unlock more of these stories and see more of these adventures or misadventures in some cases of these characters. However, each character gets one story and that's it. Big disappointment, big letdown in this game. However, in its defense, WarioWare Smooth Moves probably isn't primarily a single-player campaign. It's really about the fun you can have multiplayer, playing the game multiplayer. Now, you only need one Wii remote to play this game multiplayer. You'll just pass the Wii remote around with friends. And there are a number of games you can play multiplayer in WarioWare Smooth Moves. The first game is Survival Mode. In Survival Mode, from 2 to 12 of your friends will play in essentially random micro games. Then the game starts picking people at random to play micro games. If the person passes the micro game, that person stays in the game. If the person fails the micro game, they are out. Obviously, you play till one person is left standing, that person is the winner. The next game is Lifeline, and in Lifeline, 2 to 5 people will play in 5 rounds of minigames. These minigames will increase in points throughout each round. The object is to have the most points at the end of the 5 rounds of the minigames. However, that does not mean you are the winner of the game. The second round of Lifelines places players hanging above a crocodile pit. At this point, I'd like to congratulate Nintendo for sidestepping the obvious joke of a pit of stingrays. Anyway, the players will then start to alternate turns cutting ropes. The person who finished in first place of the first round of Lifeline will have 3 ropes connecting him, the person who finished in second place 2, and the people who finished in third, fourth, and fifth will have 1 rope. You play until you are the last person left hanging. The next game is Bomb. In Bomb, you essentially pass the Wii remote around like it was a hot potato. You will play one minigame, and if you can complete that minigame, you will be able to pass the Wii remote to any of the other players in the game. However, you get to select the next form they will have to compete in. However, this game actually has a level of strategy to it, because if you make someone do a level 1 remote control game and they complete that game, they can pass the Wii remote right back to you at a level 2 remote control game. If you lose at any one of the micro games, you lose the game, and everyone else is declared the winner. In Balloon, 1 of 5 players play a series of mini-games. However, before each mini-game, you're given an opportunity to blow up a balloon. While you're playing a mini-game, the other 4 players will also be blowing up that same balloon. The object of the game is to be the person who doesn't pop the balloon. So it's important that you complete your minigames on the first try so you don't have to play another minigame as the other players are still blowing up that same balloon. And the final multiplayer game I want to talk about is probably best suited for Wii Sports, but it's here anyway. It's Darts. In this version of Darts, it's pretty much the classic version of Darts. Each player starts with 301 points. The object is to get 0 points at the end of your round. This game does work alright with the Wii remote, however it doesn't feel as natural as a Wii Bowling or Wii Tennis in Wii Sports. At the end of the day, if you're someone that likes to game by yourself and does a lot of your Wii gaming by yourself, you're probably not going to want to go drop the $50 on WarioWare Smooth Moves. However, this game is a definite rental for you because it is very, very fun to play with the Wii remote. On the other hand, if you're someone who entertains a lot of people, a lot of your friends with the Nintendo Wii, and you're looking for yet another game to showcase the power of your brand new Wii, this game is fantastic and is a definite must purchase for you. For more information on this or any other review, or to subscribe to our podcast, please log on to allgames.com.